Hello, my name is Gill. I'm your OTA for today.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And are you familiar with occupational therapy?
A little bit.
Generally, what occupational therapists do, they kind of help clients recover and improve skills that, whatever, an injury or a disorder that occurs that affect your daily living. And from looking at your chart, I see that you have a herniated L4 and L5, along with arthritis in the hip and the left knee. Can you explain more how it affects you or what else it does to you?
It affects me that working 8 to 16 hours, being on my feet all day, it's very hard to get through my day. Hard sleeping at night. Hard walking long distance. Sometimes it's very hard where it's getting to be a problem getting in and out of the car, putting my shoes on, that type of thing.
Okay, and today what I'm going to administer is the COPM, otherwise known as the Canadian Occupational Performance Measure. And
Okay.
it's an interview tool to help identify problematic areas to one's daily routine because of the injury or your disorder. It also helps identify what's important to the client and how they feel performing those tasks.
Okay.
And the COPM is basically broken down to 3 different steps. And the first step kind of identifies daily activity, and it's broken down by self-care, productivity, and leisure. And each of those 3 categories have subcategory. And we'll start with the first step, and it's self-care. And the first subcategory would be personal care, and that would be dressing, bathing, feeding, and hygiene. So when you start your day, when you get up in the morning, do you usually shower or bathe?
Yes.
Which do you prefer?
I prefer to shower just because it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps with maybe getting a little not so stiff.
And is it tough to shower? Is there any problems showering?
Sometimes with my hip and my knee, getting in and out of the shower.
And when you work on your personal hygiene, is there any problem with your arthritis or your back?
Not with my personal hygiene, not too much.
Okay, next we're going to go to functional mobility.
Okay.
And that's transfers inside or out or outside.
I would say the hardest part is sometimes getting in and out of the car or getting outside activities, maybe on and off the bike, stationary bike.
Okay, and what about just sitting in the car?
Long distance is hard on my lower back, my sciatica.
On the sciatica? Okay. Next subcategory, we're going to go to community management, and that's transportation, shopping, finances. Is there any problems you think that affect?
Maybe the shopping, because walking around the stores at times, can't walk long distance.
Mm-hmm. And what about carrying those groceries? Is it difficult to?
Yes, I'm not supposed to lift any more than 10 pounds.
Is there any other transportation issues?
No.
Okay. We're on to the next step, and that's productivity, and that's the first subcategory would be paid or unpaid work. That's basically working or you're volunteering.
I do work, but I have been off at times with this injury.
May I
Paid.
ask, what is your job?
I work in nursing.
And typically, what do you do while you're doing that?
Lifting patients, dressing patients, bending over, putting on their clothes, bathing them, giving them their medication.
So you're always busy, huh?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, next subcategory would be household management. That's cleaning, laundry, cooking around the house.
It's tough. It's tough. I could use some helps, tips. Maybe bringing up laundry,
Laundry?
vacuuming, bending over, washing the floor, standing, doing dishes for long periods of time.
And is that just mainly about bending over? Or is it the
No,
lifting?
if I stand for a long period of time, it puts a lot of pressure on my lower back. Washing dishes, so for cooking,
Cooking as well?
yes.
Alright, and then the last one would be you play your school. Do you go to school?
No.
On to the last step would be leisure, and the first subcategory would be quiet recreation. That's hobbies, crafts, or do you read? Or what do you like to do?
I do like to do crafts. We do like to go to the movies.
And you're often more likely sitting.
Right.
And is there...
It's only about, it only is a problem is after sitting for long periods of time, getting up. There's pain in that.
Even after the movies as well?
Yes.
Okay. Next would be active recreation. That's sports, outings, traveling. And I heard like long distance traveling is basically
Right.
what affects you.
Long walking, like Packer games. I had a bad issue at the Packer game.
Oh, going to the stadium. And
Yes, walking around the Packer game. By the time I got back to the car, I had a hard time getting into the car.
Okay. And was it obviously difficult to sit on those stands, those hard metal stands in those stadiums?
Yes.
And do you do anything outside as an active? Because I know that you also
We walk the dogs.
Oh. And how problematic is that for you? Or does that kind of help you?
Sometimes it helps just stretching out, but if my knee is giving me a problem, then it doesn't happen.
Okay. And the last subcategory for that would be socialization. That's visiting, phone calls, parties, or meeting up with friends and whatnot.
I don't really have any problems with that area.
No problems?
No.
Alright. For the next step, we're going to rate the importance of each activity that you are important, and it goes through a 1 to 10 scale, 1 being the least important and 10 being obviously the most important. So we're going to go back and showering. How important would you rate that?
Well, that would be a 10.
Getting in and out of the car?
Well, that's up there, about an 8, because I need to get in and out of the car.
Yeah, that's really important. And what about long distance driving? What about long distance?
5.
Alright. Shopping. Grocery shopping.
Grocery shopping's up there too, about a 9.
9. Okay, and working.
Working is a 10.
10. And household management, so laundry, how treat that?
I'm gonna treat that, and some days are okay, but I'm gonna give it a 7.
And cooking?
That's also a 7.
And cleaning the house? What would you rate?
About a 6.
6. Alright, now we have the quiet recreation, so crafts.
5.
Movies?
I'll say 5 as well.
Okay. And active recreation, long distance, or...
That's a 10. Would like that
So, like,
improved.
Like walking in
Right.
general. Going to sport events or going to other events. What would you rate that?
A 10 also. I would like to be able to improve on that.
More on like the sitting or just mainly the walking?
Yes, the endurance.
The endurance. And walking the dog. How important is that to you?
That's important to me, so I'll give that an 8.
Okay. So now that we discovered what's important to you, is there any other things that we might have missed or you might have just came across your mind that are also important or what you do during the
Yes, weekly I do babysit for my 2 granddaughters who are 5 and a year and a half, which can be very long days and hard on my back and my knee. I have to take the baby, obviously.
Okay.
She needs to be carried and lifted and change diapers, bend over, getting dressed, sometimes bathing her. It's also very hard. Sometimes walking her in the stroller, putting her in and out of the high chair, feeding her, getting her food, along with the older one driving her, which also includes me trying to get in and out of the car, getting the 2 kids, lifting them in and out of the car seat, and then getting her to school and back. Gets very tasking. So I would rate that like a 10 up there.
So, caring for I was also...
And then just also, you know, playing with them at the park, you know, taking them, goes along with the long distance walking. Gets very hard because, you know, I can't push them very long without my lower back bothering me and my knee. So...
I was just wondering how often you like take care or like what days?
I sometimes 3 to 4 days a week take my older one to school, and then probably 2 days a week you have to watch the year and a half, which is very hard.
So you also do their basic ADLs like showering,
bathing them, dressing them, feeding them, lifting them in and out of the car seat, in and out of the stroller, in and out of the car. Gets really hard. In and out of the crib. And at their house they have stairs, so even going up and down their stairs into their bedrooms can be hard.
And I was wondering, is it difficult for you to go up and down the stairs at your own place? How many?
Yeah, so I have stairs that I have to do laundry with, and then bringing the laundry up and down gets very painful.
And do you know how many set of stairs you have at your house?
I think there's 13.
13, and how many like different areas that contain stairs, like going in the garage or going upstairs or?
Two areas, getting in and out of the house, and then going down the basement and up the basement.
Is there any? So you wanted a 10 rating for caring for your grandchildren? Is that what you're?
Yes, I think that's very important, just to, you know, do that efficiently. I need to, you know, it's very important that I'm able to. I don't want to ever, you know, hurt them while I'm being hurt.
I was just wondering, like, when your symptoms are severe and you're like, it's really painful, do you get help or do you take any medication?
I do take medications for that, and I'm hoping with some therapy can strengthen my lower back muscles, maybe with some exercises that you could come up with for me.
Definitely. Okay, I was just... So you don't get any help when it's really bad, or you kind of just pull through?
Yeah, right now.
Alright. Well, we're gonna have to find some help while you're in therapy. So now that we've found all our problems, we're gonna rank these problems from 1 to 5, or I mean, like your top 5 most important problems. It could be more, it could be less, but
Sure.
We'll start off with showering. Did you put that as one? One.
I'll put that down as 1.
Okay, shower. Then for next for 2, what would you think?
I would-
show you.
I would put down work. I mean, I need to work, and I am asked to do a lot of double shifts, which means 16 hours on my feet, working, bending, pushing, and I need to work. So
You're doing a lot.
that requires me to have pain-free, which I do take pain medications, but would not want to take that during work.
How often do you take these medications? Every day?
I try to take it before I start work.
Okay. And then obviously before you care.
And then when I get home.
Okay.
But then sleeping also
And that
goes
affects
into
you.
that with work, so.
Okay. For a third, would you see that grocery shopping is up there?
Grocery
The
shopping is up there, shopping.
Would that be one of your top 5 most important, you think, or?
Well, yes, top 5.
And would caring for the grandchildren also be there? Because you kind of have a.
The grandchildren will be up there. That would
Hard
be
task.
probably something that I need to get a lot of help with, because I do that on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that's definitely important. Next or 5th one would be. I see that going to sporting events, mainly long distance walking.
Yes.
Be your.
Yes. As a family, we do go to a lot of Brewer games, Packer games, concerts. We all go to like Summerfest as a family,
Okay.
and so we need to walk
you're-
around.
And
Yes.
you're always carrying the grandchildren.
And
right?
taking the grandkids to zoo
You might have
outings,
to- you might
which
have
I would like
change that.
to improve. My daily living needs to be improved with my injury.
Okay. Is there anything else that's important to you? It doesn't have to be 5. It can be 6, 7, 10.
I think those
Those
are the
5.
top main ones that
Okay.
I would like to really start working on.
Okay, and now we're gonna rate these activities, your performance and how you feel.
Okay.
So showering, how would you rate your performance?
How I'm performing right now?
Yeah, like how you think it's effective. Like how
Maybe
effective
like a 4.
Okay, and work.
Work, it's low, I'm just struggling through, so probably like a 3.
Do you have to call in work or do you have to?
I have missed work. With a doctor's excuse, he's taken me off of work for like a week at a time.
And then for grocery shopping,
It's about a 5.
5. And that's mainly just walking and carrying all the.
Right. Depends on if it's a big grocery shopping or just
Okay.
running in.
Okay. Do you think the car helps you, or is that kind of?
Yes.
Alright. Long distance walking. How would you rate your performance?
I would give it a 4.
Do you think
I've
that's
had
mainly?
some issues with, especially like at the Packer game, walking and then all the way to our seat, sitting for a long time, and then walking all the way back. Hard to get back in the car, and then we have to drive
Did you
long
need to
distance.
take like breaks, like like
Yes,
when you
breaks.
stop and stretch?
Yep. Sit down in between.
Okay. And I'm caring for the grandchildren.
Well, I care for them. It's probably a 6, but I definitely would like that to improve.
6. Okay.
More quality.
And for caring the grandchildren, what do you think is most important that you need to, like the most important task that you do for them, just other than like watching them, like you
I
bathe
think the
them,
most
cook for
important
them.
is lifting them and then walking, pushing the stroller, walking them, enjoying their daily life.
Okay. And now we're gonna rate on a 1 to 10 scale with satisfaction how you perform. these activities, like, do you feel satisfied when you're done showering? And so your satisfaction, what would you feel when you're showering? Like,
I'll give it a 7.
then work, do you feel satisfied that you're carrying your patients effectively, or do you feel like you're not always there?
Well, I take care of them effectively, but it's hard, so I'll give it like an 8.
And grocery shopping, do you feel satisfied, or?
No, I'll do it a 4.
Okay, long distance walking.
I'll give that a 3.
3. And doing or caring for your grandchildren.
I'll give that a 6 also.
6. So what these scores basically tell us, it just basically boils down like to one score. Then once we reassess you, we'll see how much you've improved through our therapy. But other than that, this kind of helps us identify like what we need to work on and what's important to you.
Right.
And I just want to say thank you for participating and going through this interview tool with me. It was
Well,
nice
I'm
meeting.
hoping that you can give me a plan and help me
Definitely.
work through
Oh, definitely.
and improve my life.
We will do our
I'm
best.
getting excited.
We will do our best.
Thank you
and
very much.
we know you will improve.
All right, thank you.